Welcome to a new market update in which we'll be discussing Bitcoin and Ethereum as the market is bouncing back slightly from a support level once again. So we're going to check that and we're going to check how the markets could be evolving from here. But before that, do not forget to subscribe in the YouTube channel beneath, and also do not forget to check me out on Twitter and Instagram, where you can find the latest content of me regarding crypto. And we might be doing a very nice giveaway when I'm reaching 50k followers on Insta. So do not forget to follow me there as we are getting quite close. Looking at the markets at this stage, I wanted to put out the Fear and Greed Index, given the fact that also in my comments and on social media, the fear is heavy. And it's not only on cryptocurrency markets, but it's also on the equity markets, as the equity markets are dropping a little bit, through which the fears of a potential Great Depression are coming up already, while the actual correction on the equity markets is just a few percentage. Looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we are seeing extreme fear, right? Historically, that is usually a sign that you want to become interested in the markets, especially given the fact that Bitcoin is at 40k and not at 3k, and we already see extreme fear. When did we see it for the last time? Well, we did see it in the entire period during the actual crash. Around 30k, we've had the same numbers of Fear and Greed Index, after which we know what happened since then, as we had a pretty nice rally of the Bitcoin prices. So looking at the extreme fear right now with the Fear and Greed Index, it shows that there is a potential opportunity right now. And I've discussed the potential bottom structures on the market the past few days. And right now we can see that the market is just consolidating nicely here, in which we are seeing 42.4k and we are still holding a critical level. What we also see is that the equity markets, and I'm just putting up the Dutch one, are just having a very normal corrective move. For them, September is usually also a corrective month, and as you can see, the entire market structure of every market is going in tandem with the legacy markets. So what we do see is corrective move on the Dutch equity markets, also on the German equity markets, but it's just consolidating nicely, and we can see that we are having a beautiful bounce back. From that perspective, I'm seeing the US equity markets bouncing back swiftly today as well. And because we are seeing that, we can also see that Bitcoin is bouncing back nicely. We still know that the levels that we have to watch are the same. So the level around 40k is still one that we are looking after, and that is the one that we should be holding. We also know that we are seeing a falling wedge structure here, right? So we do know that we've got this structure that we have to break out in order to have the actual breaker going on. So I have to adjust this a little bit. That is the one that we are looking after at this point. And what we also can see here is that the support is once again holding. So we indeed see a beautiful bounce back up from the markets at this stage, but it's not clearly giving us a breakout yet. Why is that? Well, we still have to monitor whether we are creating a new higher high. So what we see in the previous resistance or previous bounce is a bounce back up to the previous order block. So that one couldn't break, and we can see that we dropped all the way back towards support once again, to test whether that can become support again. What we most likely are going to see right now is that we run all the way towards the area around 44k or 43.5 before we are reversing again, and then the question will become whether we're creating that higher low or whether we are going to have another dip before we break out of this entire construction. Why? Well, this level here, around 38 to 40k, that is the one that we should be focused on in order to have any breakout at all. As if this one is lost, I think the entire market structure is gone, and then we're going to have an extended lower bear market or lower prices for the entire market. But for now, everything is just fine. Looking at the 38k level, it reminds me a lot of the fact that when people were waiting for 26k and potentially 20k when price was at 28. So that is The 38k level is a level that everyone wants to focus on in order to have that one to create buy opportunities. But usually when everybody is focused on a certain level, the chances that we're going to get that level are quite slim. So at this point, I think we won't be getting it. And I think we're looking at any of these two scenarios, as I have also discussed yesterday. Looking at Ethereum at this point, Ethereum is just doing fine. We're still holding support, which is great. The entire support level that we should be holding on to is the level around 0.65, and that is currently what we're seeing as a critical support. So we're still making higher lows, higher highs for this one. Ethereum against USDT, we also know that that one is still holding support at this stage. I have to adjust because Binance is not updating in TradingView. But the level that we are clearly looking at for support is the entire region around 26. We've got there all the way. And right now we are looking at the lower time frames for a potential bottoming structure. Must say, Ethereum is not looking too great when it comes to the USDT pair. It shows that we most likely are going to lose this trend line at some point. So there's two scenarios right now. One is if Bitcoin is going to make a fake bounce back up and just weakness overall, and the legacy markets are doing the same, we might be reaching for a resistance here in this range around 3k for Ethereum. Then we most likely are going to get a bounce all the way back towards 26 to create a bullish divergence on higher time frames, and then we are going to reverse. However, if we do break 3k and we're going to test resistance here once again, then we might be concluding that we're into an ascending triangle, and then the breakout to the upside is going to happen. Those are the levels or the scenarios that I'm watching right now with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I hope you have enjoyed the update. I'll be back later today with another fresh one, and I'll see you again soon.